Things I wish I had known before my dad died. Welcome back to my mini series where we talk about everything grief, dying, sadness, and everything that falls under that spectrum. Today's topic is dying is expensive. We gotta talk about it. We gotta spread awareness because people gotta be prepared. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my situation. I was in a privileged situation that we already had a grave. We didn't have to pay for the grave because my grandpa back in the day bought a grave where 10 people fit in. So that was a good thing. We already knew where my dad will be buried and we didn't have to pay for that because thankfully my grandpa already did. But I know many people are not in a privileged situation like that and they have to buy one and they maybe also have to buy a gravestone and that is expensive. That is so expensive and we got to talk about it because especially maybe when when you're still young and a parent dies or whatever situation you are in, if you're not prepared, then it's gonna be a shock. It's gonna be financially a shock, emotionally a shock. You're just gonna be in shock because at least for me, I never learned that dying and funerals and graves are so expensive. And I was so thankful that we already had the grave and that we were a little bit prepared because of that. And I was thankful that my dad saved some money so we could pay the funeral with that money because it was expensive. You have to pay for the food, you have to pay for the flowers, you have to pay for the drinks and the coffee and the decoration. For us, our dad was cremated. You also have to pay for that. He was in a wooden casket, so it was a little cheaper. Um, but it was still expensive. And I think we were not prepared for it. And I know it's something that I wish that I would have known before he died because it's so important that we talk about finances. It's so important that we are prepared because dying is expensive. And if you see a GoFundMe or you see that people ask for help, maybe money wise or like in any other way, I feel it's always a good thing to help, especially when they're asking for help for the funeral, something like that. If they ask for donations, it's so understandable because it is expensive to die and they are emotionally in shock, they are grieving, and now they have to organize a funeral and they have to pay all of that money. And maybe they weren't prepared, or they were, but they don't have the money, or it's still expensive. I would always say if you see someone who asks for help or asks for a donation, be kind.